So what type of properties do I private lend on? Is a commonly question. And, when you're a private lender, let's go back to the networking at a RIA group, right? You could be presented numerous different options to present on. They could be transactional funding, kind of like a wholesaler, right? Buy it and relist it on MLS for a month and then it's gone, right? So you might just charge like a monthly transactional fee instead of like interest if it's too short term for you. There could be longer, more rehab projects that take 6 months, right? So buy, renovate, and resell. So those two previous examples that we showed, they were kind of short with 4 months. If you need something more extensive type of work done, you're probably closer to half a year before you're getting your money back at least. 6 to 9 month range, call it. So that's another type of property. It's like it's how long do you want your money out, right? And another example would be more longer term stuff that you're going to get into the commercial game or like some kind of land development deal there. And from those type of projects, you could be tied up anywhere from 3 to 7 years on average, probably. So I think a good question, if you're interested in being a private lender and you hear all these types of deals, is on your first few deals, how long do you want your capital tied up? If you want to just kind of test it and see how it goes, I would lean more to like a transactional type of model, whether it's like backing a wholesale deal on a short-term basis or a light or moderate type of rehab to a fix and flip investor. Anything to add there, Paul?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things you can invest in, and you hit a bunch of them right there. So it really does depend on how long you want your money out. And I think the majority of people out there lend on the fix and flips, right? So you're anywhere from 2 to 10-month term, depending on, up to a year. And I know Steve does his up to a year, and most of the transactional or most of the asset-based lenders out there do the same. It's 1 year lending. Some of them will actually go out at the 18 months. So depending on the scope of the project and how big it is, that one I had at that 12-unit building I had out there in Casper, Wyoming, that was a long project that took like 18 or 24 months to complete from one to the other. I mean, it was a big building and needed everything, and we had to deal with the township with stuff and went through multiple contractors. So it depends, like Mike said, on how long you want to keep your money out. But in that case, and Mike ended up being a private lender on that deal as well and did well during that period of time. Steve was a private lender on that deal as well and made good money on that. So sometimes you don't mind it going out longer.
Yeah.
As you're earning interest on it during that time.
That's a good thing too. Is like, do you want a bunch of like short-term things back and forth with the money and the paperwork type of thing to get to your 10% for the year? Or do you want to fund like 1 or 2 good fix and flips that your money will be out there 6 to 12, maybe 18 months on a deal, and you only have to worry about 2 or 3 houses a year type of thing. Right. So that's you got to figure out what's best for you as a lender and the type of deal you're comfortable with. What's your risk profile essentially?
Absolutely.
All right.